So the driver today is on the stand. It was told by the prosecutor that the camera in the car of the driver was equipped by the government. Now, when I first saw it, I didn't have that extra information, so I said, well, I ride around in cars in New York City when I'm getting transported to, like, there's car service. That's what it's called. It's car service. You feel me? Like, and big companies that do it, you know, you're going to have cameras around just for your own good. You know, like, again, a lot of things could come from that. Accidents, other things that you want to be documented in case. So at first I was like, oh, that's the driver's. But you know, I was watching the fucking video of the kidnapping. I'm like, this shit hella clear, bro. Not only is it hella clear, there's like 4 different cameras. It's just not 2 or 1. It's 4 different cameras. There's a camera up in the left corner. You could tell when they're switching fucking my bad. You can't even see. When they're switching angles throughout the video that was released by the government, there's a camera up here. There's a camera in the way back. There's a camera right there with the fucking rear view mirror. What the fuck? Is this bait car? This is bait car. Stop it. So at first I was like, nah, this is the driver's own camera. Then I look at him and say, oh shit. They got like 30 cameras in here. Bro, they got better, bro, they had better mics than what I used to record my YouTube videos, nigga. The whole shit had great mics. Surround sound, nigga. It was bait card. So, the driver is a part of this. By the way, let me tell you this historically with celebrities. The person who knows the most about you is your driver. Honestly, the person who knows my probably deepest, darkest secrets is my driver. Honestly. They're in the car when I'm getting very important conversation. I'm telling my lawyer, no, turn that money down. We're doing that. He hears it all. He's in the car when, if a female calls, yo, he hears it all. He doesn't call my mom call. Oh, mom, yeah, all right, here's it all. Because a lot of times we just getting driven, just like when you're in a fucking Uber, but just imagine this is a little bit more professional. The person stays the fuck out of your business and just is like fly on the wall. So you, after a while, when you're driving a lot, you just get comfortable. If that person was supposed to record every fucking thing and you were in a car 80 to 90% of the time, you tell me that nigga can't, like, again, if this is if you were doing crime. If you're not doing crime, it don't matter. Okay, who cares if, like, you fucking cheated on your diet? Like, nobody cares about that, right? You're driving, no, nobody cares. But if you said, like, you fucking, yeah, you'll drop them things off. You feel me? Like, I'm pretty sure if the driver is there just constantly ignoring it every day, but recorded it and gave it to the cops, and them things means, like, them fucking birds in terms of fucking drugs, yeah, nigga, you get locked up. Anyway. Now, just before I read this, everything you're going to hear right here is in line, at least up to where I read it. But I didn't read the whole thing because there's a couple of tweets since I got on. Is in line with what I heard first. Here we go. 6ix9ine's driver is in a light suit and a blue tie. Oh no. Light suit and a blue tie. He's testifying in Spanish. AUSA, which is the assistant U.S. attorney, says, Mr. Rivera, was there another shooting that later that same night? Wait, what the fuck? Shooting us. He said yes. He said, what happened? He said, we heard other people walking toward us and they started shouting. He said, what happened that night? The fuck? Am I tripping? It says, what happened that night? No. What happened after going off? Police started searching us, and when police frisked me, they didn't find anything. I don't know which shooting they were talking about, which day. Like, he just starts at this point. Now, here's the thing. Since I want to switch gears now. What is your immigration status? Did there come a time you were arrested by ICE? He says yes. And the question is, were you detained? While you were detained, did you speak with law enforcement about cooperating? He says yes. That's the story I heard. He told me when homie hit me and he said, bro, he was one. I said, why'd you cut your driver? This is one of the nicest guys ever, bro. Every time like I show up to an event, you know, of course, 6ix9ine can't come to the door. He'd be like, yo, Jorge coming. But unfortunately, and I really want to, you know, I'm not, you know, by the way, I wish he's on the stand on federal court. So again, don't think I'm not in any type, shape, or way and that's why I held back even last stream. I don't want to put anyone's life in danger. Like, this is not a joke. When people falsely was shot like, yo, Ak, you did this, it was not a joke. There's no trolling when you're saying someone's cooperating. It's either you are or you are not. And if you are, it's levels to it. People cooperate, you don't see them understand it. Some people do, you do. After that, it's what happens next. Because people want to kill you. Are the government going to protect you? But anyway, so I held back on that, but clearly he's on the stand and he's admitting to what the fuck it is. So it's not like me at this point. Because I love to blame shit on me. Oh, Ak did this! Fuck out of here. What I heard, he said, to finish that thought, yo, Ak, I say, yo, bro. I said, yo, you switching up on mad people, man. Like, you good, though? I'm like, yo, what happened to blah, 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 blah. And one of the people was the driver. I said, what happened to the driver? I said, yo, that's Jorge. He mad cool. I've been to his crib and, like, we hungry. You know I always want to eat, boss. Yo, all right, he gonna go out, go get food. He got us. We had a studio. Yo, let the Henny. He comes with the Henny. Comes with, like, cool guy. But, and I'm only phrasing this again. I hope nothing happens to this guy because I do think he's a good guy. I do think he's a good guy in a tough situation. And I'm going to frame it to, oh, yeah, I'm going to take calls after this. Because I want to know if that's snitching to y'all. Again, he's cooperating. He's cooperating. He's a driver. He didn't sign up to be a gang member. He's a driver. He didn't sign up to shoot niggas. He's a driver. He didn't sign up to rob niggas. He is a driver. I just want to keep saying that. So all of this, oh, 6ix9ine can't tell because he's a gang member, but civilians can. Are we cool with him? Because honestly, I think he's doing, I don't know if say he's doing the right thing, but like, this is the prototypical example for the people who are really hypocritical. They don't like nobody telling, but it just be like, 6ix9ine just can't tell because he was in the life. This guy was not in the life. He was not 9 Trey. He was not blood. He was not nothing. He was a hard-earned and hard-working citizen. 6ix9ine paid him as a driver. Now, I say this because this right here is very important. And this is exactly what I was told. It really was 6ix9ine told me, really. When he first said, oh, that guy? Like, he identified a bunch of them. Like, oh, him. Oh, yeah, we just found out he informing. This nigga, he got wires on him. This other nigga. And then I was like, all right, cool. I don't know them. But what about the driver? What happened to the driver? He said the driver is a federal informant. He said they picked him up and threatened to deport him and his whole family. And he had to cooperate. So that's why I fired him. You're not in this life. And I don't know if y'all really identify with the immigrant struggle, but I do. My mom came over here and was over here a little bit illegally. And then she became legal and got us over here. Thanks be to God, because I would still be in Jamaica, running around barefoot in the rural countryside, really. So I understand with the immigrant, even the illegal immigrant struggle. One thing I don't understand, though, is the illegal criminal immigrant. So that's where my immigration stance is. Every immigrant I know, most of my family, whoever came to the United States or like the UK, we may have came on like a work visa at first or maybe like a student visa and maybe you overstayed it a little bit, but yo, you were overstaying it just trying to get, because you saw opportunity, just trying to get legit and trying to work and provide for your family back in whatever country you were at and trying to like make sure you could stay here without fear of deportation. You know, like these are hard workers. Like, you know, like when people try to make Mexicans or whoever seem, most Mexicans I know a lot of Mexicans like that may not be whatever, you get me? But they're the hardest working people. They don't do no crime. Nigga, one of the first places I lived when I came here, there was this fucking, we lived in like this big building and they lived above us. It was like 40 of them, bro. Like, it was a 2-bedroom, like 40 of them, bro. But every morning, 7 o'clock, most of them did construction. All of them would go out to work. They would never make a fucking trouble in the fucking world. The nicest, greatest people trying to learn English. They did nothing fucking wrong. The worst thing they ever did was, sometimes my mom was just like, because she'd come home from a late night of work, and on Fridays, they get it in with the partying, bro. It'd be salsa, and they're on top of us, so they salsa and shit like that. Oh, they partying and shit, and you could tell they off the Coronas. Because about 2 o'clock, you all hear everybody, I guess they had no beds. Everybody just drops. It's just like roaches. Like, you just spray raid and everybody's boom. Like, for real. Then in the morning, you see everybody bring out the crates. It was like mad Coronas. Like, oh, shit. Y'all niggas had a fiesta. But on some real shit, though, I'm just contextualizing the immigrant experience. Most of these people are really great guys. They're not trying to do crime, bro. And, again, I don't know him all that well, but I do know a bit because I've been around him. I don't think this driver was in it to be a part of crimes done by 6ix9ine and others. I think he was in it for a easy, steady paycheck. He was driving for mad random people, and all of a sudden, he brings 6ix9ine to a video shoot. 6ix9ine didn't have a driver. 6ix9ine didn't have a DJ till like mad late in the game, and they're both. I believe he's Mexican too. They're both Hispanic. Everybody else around 6ix9ine is black. That's the one guy, and probably 6ix9ine heard his story and said, yo, I'm going to hire you full time. Now, if 6ix9ine happens to start doing crime, and keep in mind, your family was over here, whether illegal or not, for a good while doing their thing. They were doing their thing. Again, not causing problems, because a lot of people look at illegal immigrants as fucking scums who are just like killing it. No, most of them are great people. So you've been doing your thing this whole time. Now 6ix9ine gets in some shit. The cops all of a sudden looking at you like a motherfucker, now trying to deport you. What do you do when they bring you in? ICE come gets you and says, all y'all are going back to fucking Mexico, unless you put these 5 cameras up in your car. Keep in mind, you ain't got, and you might have to testify later on. Keep in mind, you ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I just want to contextualize shit for y'all. And also, keep in mind, they could probably look at him like, yo, even if you were illegal, we could get you for an accessory. You're driving all these niggas to... The car that Shotty allegedly hopped out and got on one knee is his. Okay, my nigga, you're the driver. You're the getaway driver at that point. Y'all just did a crime. When they went to go rob somebody, you're the driver. We could charge you. Weak charge, but we could. What's up? Anyway, just giving y'all that understanding before I read the rest of these tweets. Okay? So it says, did you, Mr. Rivera, I want to switch gears now. What's your immigration status? Did there come a time that you were arrested by ICE? That's the Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. He says yes. He said, while detained, did you speak about law enforcement about cooperating? He says yes. Keep in mind what I said in my last stream. And even my video, I think 6ix9ine is one of the last niggas to have cooperated. This is the easy one for the feds. Oh, so you tell me somebody around him that's around him all the time doesn't have their papers? Oh, we'll just put the squeeze on him. He not even in that life anyway. He got to get no code. We're going to have so much on this nigga. This nigga's fucked anyway. Anyway, let's keep going. The assistant U.S. attorney says, Mr. Rivera, when you were released, did you start driving for Mr. Hernandez again? So after you got locked up, did you come back and start driving for 6ix9ine? He says yes. Then the question is, as a confidential informant? Now, the judge says something, the judge did something that probably saved, well, I don't know if he's necessarily saved his life, but probably he's going to scold the assistant U.S. attorney to be like, nigga, what the fuck are you trying to do? This ain't 6ix9ine who's involved. But you're literally just trying to have the nigga say, I'm a confidential informant since this date. So he told the jury, yo, leave, go, stretch out legs. Like, he took a break. He probably talked to the fucking lawyers like, yo, you could get that established without asking that question directly. Like, chill. Like, you're wilding out. You know what I mean? Again, these are fucking assistant U.S. attorneys. Like, they don't give two fuck if you live or die. Like, they're gonna throw in a little witness protection, and after that, it's like, peace, nigga. 97 conviction rate still upheld. They don't give two fucks. Right? Ain't no gang member trying to kill a prosecutor. No, nigga. So, okay. They come back, and it says the prosecutor then says, was there Mr. Rivera, was there a camera installed on July 22nd? The answer is yes. Was it recording? Yes. Right? And this is obviously this camera right here.
I need everything, nigga. Get up. Get up.
Oh, my audio as well. Hold on.
Chill. Where your man at? Give me your money. Where your money at? Get in the car.
Hey, did y'all see that? That's what I'm saying. Cops knew. Bro, 6ix9ine actually says, yo, Harv, I'll give you everything, Harv. Like, bro, it don't take no fucking, you don't need no fucking whole trial to go do this. Like, the nigga says it's there. Like, yo, it's like me getting robbed by, I don't know, fucking Lil Tecca, you got it. Lil Tecca, you got it. And then after, everybody's like, yo, so who did the robbery? Nigga, if you got the fucking audio, you heard what I said, nigga. Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you that this video didn't just come about now. They knew this shit back then. So they didn't get locked up. And by the way, they did get locked up because apparently they were searching for them for a while. They got locked up, and the case was just sealed. They didn't tell them what else. They arrested them for the kidnapping, but they sealed the part that said they were going to throw them on the indictment with the racketeering, the RICO case. Anyway, let's keep it going. The judge says, Mr. Warren. Oh, wait. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry. Judge says, Mr. Warren, the witness is testifying about the thought process of Mr. Hernandez. I guess, again, he skips certain shit in here. I don't know what the fuck. I guess maybe, I think this is the cross-examination. Who the fuck is Mr. Warren? Because one of the assistant U.S. attorneys, the name is Mr. Longyear. Fuck. I don't know who that is. Anyway, the witness is testifying about the process of 6ix9ine. You need him to focus on what was said. Now, Exhibit 604, which I think is what we saw, is paused at 12 seconds. Mr. Rivera says, did you, the question is, Mr. Rivera, did you know where in Park Slope Andrew lived? He said no. Look. Let's go to 12 seconds. I think this is Exhibit 604. What the fuck? Okay, I'm guessing it might be a different part of the exhibit. Maybe they cut it down. I don't know. Like, this doesn't really show much. Okay, let's just keep it going, bro. Did you know where Andrew lived? He said no. Then this says pause at 1 minute. At 1 minute seconds. What the fuck? For the record, would you tell 6ix9ine that our car was hit from the back? Pause. Question is, and where and why were you going to get them go? I think it's let them go. The judge says, why did the camera get more narrow in its view? So I guess the judge is like analyzing the footage, then the AUSA says, Mr. Rivera, did you have 2 cameras installed in the car? He said, yes. One is always pointed ahead. Remember, I used to work for a car service. My customers, they were always recorded. Is he saying that he installed one in the front and the government installed the one in the back? Because there's one in the back that, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. AUSA, after you walk back to the car, where did he point the gun at you? He says, at my head. Yeah, you're a fucking civilian, bro. Yeah, let's keep it real, bro. You sign up for your Uber app right now. You driving some niggas back and forth. All of a sudden, a nigga just try to fucking kill you. They jam you up. Like, you ain't got nothing to do with no kidnapping. They jam you up off of that. Like, yo, if you don't tell us who the fuck put the gun to your head, you ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You're not a criminal. If you ain't tell us, this is what the cops say. If you don't tell us who was the person that put the gun to your head, say they got the video already. If you don't tell us and identify who put the gun to your head, we deporting you and your whole family. You tell me you're going to be like, nah, I'm just not going to tell. Huh? All right. Now they're playing the video of the carjacking. Get the fuck out of the car. And 6ix9ine telling Harv, I always treated you right. Now it says the AUSA asks Rivera, did you make a recording on July 26th of Mr. Hernandez and Shotty? He says yes. What was July 26th? Let me see if I can go to his Instagram and figure that out. It says July 26th, right? Oh, he probably deleted like all the pictures or videos with him and Shotty, right? This is the 23rd. By the way, keep in mind, 6ix9ine has security at this point.
What you doing, baby?
Yeah, I remember.
This is 24.
What happened to me a couple days ago, I realized that tomorrow's not promised.
Well, I guess this was after the kidnapping. This is the 27th. This is the 24th. Oh yeah, I can't see the dates. Yeah, there's no video of the 26th. This is the 24th. Yeah, he deleted that video. All right, but makes sense. All right. Then the AUSA says, did you make a recording on July 26th of Mr. Hernandez? Yes. Then he says, what is your understanding that the government will do in exchange for your cooperation? By the way, if you notice the trend here, the prosecution is questioning their witness to admit they are state or government witness, you know, and they're doing it in exchange for something before the defense can get to it. What's your understanding of what will happen if you cooperate, right? He says they'll give me a letter saying it's all good, saying all the good as well the bad things that I've done. And the note is, so 6ix9ine's driver gets a 5K1 letter too. I think that is probably part of, probably to help ensure prosecution of any other crimes that he may have been lumped in with, but also probably to present in court at a ICE or immigration proceeding. You get me? Like you present it to them that, hey, I have been a cooperator for the government in another case. Why would y'all want to deport me? And they'll be like, all right, bro, you got it. You can stay, right? Now this is a cross. This is where we're going to get interesting. All right. Akademiks says, Mr. Rivera, were you aware that Mr. Hernandez had a number of radio and social media appearances on July 22nd and 23rd, right after the supposed kidnapping? He said, no, only the Instagram video that I saw. And the next question. Do you recall watching a video of Mr. Hernandez being interviewed by Angie Martinez? And he states, I started watching it, but I never finished it. then the question is, did you ever advise 6ix9ine that you were cooperating with the law? He says no. He says, did you ever come to believe that 6ix9ine suspected you of cooperating? He says yes, towards the end. Told you. 6ix9ine was a dumbass nigga. He was a dummy boy. But I think at the end he kind of realized, oh, these niggas snitching on me. Them niggas right there. You get me? All right. Let's see. Was there more tweets? It fucking ends there.